It's fall. Football season is starting. So I want to start with my high school football song. If you guys want to sing, feel free. I need all the help I can get. We're loyal to you, Oak Park High. We're orange and blue, Oak Park High. Our team is a fang protector. Run, boys, for we expect a victory from you, Oak Park High. I'm not auditioning for anything. In high school, we had a pretty good football team. They weren't great, but they were really good, but we had a lot of energy. On Fridays, before the big game, we'd gather in the student center, and they had cheerleaders cheering us on. They had the band, marching band, banging the drums, and there was a lot of spirit. People were dressed up in their orange and blue. It was big excitement. I wasn't particularly thrilled with going to all the games. I wasn't one of those super fans who keeps track of all the guys who's in, who's out, what are we gonna do, what's the score, last week, this week. Not me. I was gonna be a track man. But there was one problem. First semester, I had to take gym class. Oh, brother. The first day we were told we needed a uniform. The uniform consisted of an athletic t-shirt with a Husky logo on it, different than our Husky, and white shorts, white socks, and a locker. To get these items, we had to go to a place called the Cage. And the Cage was a windowless room in the tunnel of the field house. In that tunnel, there was a guy named Sal. He had black glasses and a mean disposition. What do you want? He would say, as you came to get your uniform. You would give him the information, and as quickly as you possibly could, you'd get out of there. Now, in the gym class, we had to take group showers at the end of class. That was something I was used to from grade school, because my grade school, I was used to seeing naked guys, so it was no big deal. The tough part was I was kind of a late bloomer. So what I saw when I got to high school was, for me, intimidating. Not in a bad way, okay? I wasn't shamed, I wasn't bullied, and that's lucky. But I tortured myself tremendously for the next 3.5 years till I started to catch up. What I liked most about gym class was watching some of the other students. Only half of our members could climb the rope to the top and touch the ceiling and come back down. There was one guy who couldn't even do 10 push-ups without getting winded. And then, of course, there was Dave Lillard. Lillard was one of those guys who's doing his best, but it's kind of funny. Coach Slack said to him one time, "Sprint, Lillard," during a training run that he was doing, and Lillard, huffing and puffing, said back to the coach as he was out of breath, "I can't." It got a great laugh, but not much appreciation from the people in the gym room. I had an epiphany when one of my classmates told me, "Hey, if you want to get out of gym class, all you got to do is join another team." I thought track would be kind of fun, specifically because they don't cut people, so everybody makes it. How good is that? First I tried pole vaulting, where you put the pole in, turn around, and fall into a soft, cushy mat of air. That didn't work out too well for me. I couldn't clear the 9 feet that was required to be pulled. Next, I turned to distance running. And our distance coach was named Roy Gummerson. Now, Roy had a crew cut, and he had a really raspy voice. Kind of reminded me of Burgess Meredith. He was in the Rocky movie as Rocky's coach, Mick. "You're gonna be nothing but a bum, Rocky," he would tell him. And that's the way Gummerson talked. He'd go around the field house going, "We're Gummy's men, we're gonna win, we're Gummy's men." That was just his way. It embarrassed us, but we kind of accepted it. Now, as I said, I was a bit of a late bloomer. I was only 5'2". So doing distance was difficult for me. While my other teammates could run like the wind, I was kind of loping along, or so it looked. Trying my best, but tough to keep up. I liked track because I got to run the 1 mile and the 2 mile. And I enjoyed those races. I enjoyed looking at other runners that we would face, and what the mile record at that time was about 3 minutes and 51 seconds. I could probably run 1 lap around the track in that time. But there were some really good runners in our school, and they did really well. I cheered them on from the back. "Go, go, go," I would tell them. And they would, and we won. You know, I made a lot of good friends through track. It was a great experience. But the thing I'm most thankful for is being one of Gummy's men. And of course, that got me out of gym class. Madam Toastmaster.